Another month has come and gone, which means another episode of World Arena Roundup. It's your guy Gimmick, and what a season. And well, that was another season for me to climb to Masters and sit there comfortably, but you know, this is a big period of growth for me. Not only did I get a lot of heroes built, but I also got a lot of really good gear. And you know, while next season I'll try to climb a little bit higher, I'm pretty proud of myself for what I did this season. Long gone are the days of good enough gear, and okay, maybe that was a lie, you know, still, we're just kind of dealing with good enough gear, but at least I'm pushing myself forward. Anyways, that is enough about me. Let's see what you, the community, had to show for us this episode. So, I'm sure you've had that one match where one hero barely scrapes by just less than 1,000 health and uses that momentum to climb all the way back to victory. And I gotta say, the stress, the drama, the action, it is just such a wave of emotions. But did you know that you can actually guarantee a situation like that? I don't think that's really a great idea, you know, purposely stressing yourself out, but you do you, I suppose. Anyways, that brings us to our first clip from Anthem and our star hero of the clip, Abigail. So we've talked a little bit about Abigail and her unique debuff she shares with Melissa called Curse, but the rest of her kit is really what makes her shine in this situation. When the teammate in the back row takes lethal damage, Abigail will sacrifice some of her own health to grant immortality and vampirism to save them from death. She can also deal some decent damage, dispelling buffs from opponents and inflicting injury, but is mostly there to help support a teammate in need. In this situation, Anthem decides to put Last Rider Crow in the back to prevent them from taking a lethal hit from the opponent's Midnight Gala Lilius, since she's notorious for taking out high health enemies just like Crow. The opponent goes for it anyways, and suddenly, just in a few turns, we've got two heroes on the brink of death, and our comeback story is ready to go. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, Briarwitch Assyria gives herself the immortality here, but how thematic, right? Anyways, with our stage set, it is time to let Anthem turn things right around. First goes Briarwitch Assyria, and in comes Last Rider Crow to follow up.
Let's go, Siegfried.
With Adden and Moon Bunny alive, it's up to Abigail to... Oh, hey, Curse comes in through too. And just like that, Anthem seals the deal. Simple, yet effective. On to the next clip. Alright, so imagine yourself in this scenario. You've got your whole team lined up and ready to go, and so is your opponent, but something kind of feels amiss. They've drafted a hero that you've never seen before, and naturally you let them through because, well, if it's not in the meta, it's a misplay, right? Then 2 seconds later, you're staring at the defeat screen going, wait, they can do that? And if you're gonna tell me, Gimmick, that only happens at like the lower levels, like up to gold at the highest. But what if I told you it didn't? Here we have Stonethunder, and something's a little out of place, isn't it? It's Gunther. Yeah, it's Gunther. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Gunther. On his own, a lot of people don't seem to know much about his kit. He really is the definition of a stat stick, getting a whopping 75% increase in his base attack and a built-in 70% critical hit resistance, while also being unable to deal critical hits himself. Step aside, Landy, this guy got here first. But his other skills? Nothing super crazy, and nothing that can really attack all enemies at once. So no crit, no AoEs, no nothing. If only there was a hero that could attack all enemies and perhaps just maybe be able to scale their own damage off the ally with the highest attack and...
Can you handle this? Watch and learn.
The clip speaks for itself. Really. With the power of Gunther, you can really go fast and have one guy cheering you off in the distance. We support you, man. Well, what a bunch of fantastic clips from our submitters this episode. I suppose it's time for the outro. Alright, well, that's about everything that we have for this episode. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. We'll be back next month to see what our submitters had cooking up for us. And as always, if you'd like to submit your own replay, be sure to check out the link in the description down below. You can always get 3 leaves per submitting, so be sure to submit and submit often. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your guy Gimmick, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace and war. All right, we're clear. All right, let me see if this. All right, let's try this again. Let's go this way.
We are the